Hi guys! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome! How's it going? How is Monday treating everyone? Hope it's treating nice and well. It has been such a cold day. Spent most of today trying not to fall asleep. Oh, that's good. I almost moved today's stream to Tuesday. I've been making a habit of that recently. It's not the best habit, but What can you do? But yeah, we're here today. Maybe a bit later than I was intending, but we are here and we are doing some Paranormasight again. Yeah. And then we'll figure out what the mystery is. Especially considering what was the whole thing? Like our character from the first story didn't actually kill anyone? That was weird. I can't wait to see what the explanation is for that. Oh, anyway, you know, let's go in, shall we? Let's just jump in. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Oop, oop, ooh. Here we are. Yep. The last time I was playing with them, why is my heart rate this high? Okay. Anyway, I was playing with control last time because the game was like, oh, controls and stuff. But nah, I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse this time. I think we'll be fine. It's more visual novel than I was. I mean, I was expecting visual novel and then the whole thing threw me off. But no, we're going keyboard and mouse this time because we can manage this. All right. We're continuing on here. We're doing one storyline at a time. We're not going to chop and change, jump and finagle all over the place. We're doing one storyline, and then once we do that, we're jumping to the next one. Probably do Hard next. We don't really know much about Tetsuo besides being like a police investigator. But besides that, we don't really know that much at all. Oh, good. It gives you a summary of previous events. Okay, cool. After Yako acquired the curse of the Fool's Procession, Mio tries to persuade her to give up on going after the Rite of Resurrection. The effects of other curse echoes are already appearing at the school, so the two hurry to get out of the classroom. So, and another recap. The Fool's Procession is a ghost ability that allows her, if she plays a song for like 30 seconds and someone hears it, for that amount of time, and doesn't know where she is, they die. So, yeah. Hey, Mio. What was that just now? Could it be that another curse echo different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there. That classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well... Oh, damn it. Ignore and proceed. We don't need to check it out, right? Let's hurry and get out of here. Maybe. The person who used that curse echo may be in there. If you could just see who it is, it could help us later. Right. Okay, just a glimpse, be careful. Why even give me the choice then? Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Oh. Ah. Huh? Is that our former teacher, Mr. Yonochi? Oh yeah, I forgot this was the thing, the tail thing. New. Oh, is that not new? Have you seen this guy before? Yano. Yanoichi, Mr. Yanoichi, Mr. Yanoichi. Is it listed here? No. Why did he get mentioned like he was going to appear in here then? Okay. Anyway. Junoichi, that's it. And the person with him is Tommy from Class A? What? Oh my. What is going on here? That bastard. He's at it again. Ooh, I have to kill him. Hey. Die, Mr. Junoichi. What's this sound? No, Yako, stop. You'll kill Hitomi too. I have to do something. Hey, over there. Who's there? I was seen. Didn't work. Run, hurry. We've seen him before. I don't remember. Was he the one that... They were talking about our friend dying at the start of her story. Was he... Ah, damn it. This is why I should do one of these stories per stream. Oh, here we go. High school teacher, kind of figured. Oh yeah, we're in like the 80s, aren't we? That would explain that really dumb haircut. Kohi is an English teacher and a homeroom teacher, class 2C at Komagata High School. He was seen along with Hitomi Okuda in a classroom late at night by Yako and Mio. Kohi was a honor student and top of his class back in his high school days, the apple of his parents' eyes. He was placed under immense pressure to attend a first-rate university. The family's plans came to naught, however, and the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression. See, that's why you don't pressure the shit out of your children. Things don't always go well, and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Oh, that is rough, could you imagine? Turning into such a twisted person because his parents were like, oh, you're going to achieve great things. But he didn't have the ability. And now he feels like he's entitled to effectively the good life when he's not in the good life. Boy never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talent. He considers the students to be beneath him, and largely looks down on them all, which is funny as hell when he couldn't even make it, whatever the hell he was trying to do. How dare he look down on other people? Hitomi's a rebellious student in Class 2A at Komagata High School. On the rare occasion when she does show up to school, she skips all her classes and spends her time hanging out on the rooftop with her fellow troublemakers. But apparently you can't actually get into the rooftop in most schools in Japan because the prevalence of, or like, I guess more the worry of people jumping off the roof. There's obviously these barrier things on the roof, so you have to like climb all the way up them to be able to get over them. Because they're so worried about people jumping. Hitomi is regarded by the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Komagata High School. Hitomi was a fairly ordinary student when she started high school, however. Trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worst. She began associating with a group of delinquents from other schools, with whom she'd wander around town at night to avoid warnings from teachers about dress code and conduct violations fallen on deaf ears. With Hitomi going on reactionary rampages around school with her friends, breaking windows and disrupting classes. Recently, some teachers have taken to using harsher measures, and even corporal punishment to correct Hitomi's behaviour. This has only served to exacerbate the animosity between Hitomi and the school. Hitomi is widely regarded as the leader of the troublemakers at Komagata High School. The title does not mean much. He's going to end up being a good person by the end. Just how it always goes. Wait, it got updated. It's not been updated. This just reminded me, we never finished reading. Where is it? For one, Ghost Possession. Yeah, we never finished reading Ghost Possession last time. We got to about here. Kills by fate upon one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the cusp bearer. Oh, that's how our friend died. So our friend got cusp. So like what? This stuff hasn't only been happening during the time period of this event. Okay. Omiya stood atop the tall festival tower. It was her time to shine, and she was ecstatic. It had been years since she joined the troupe, but she had yet to enjoy her day in the spotlight. She wasn't particularly pretty, nor was she all that talented. The gossip and a loudmouth. She wasn't well liked by her peers. No shit. She sounds like an insufferable bloody person. Some of the other girls thought of her as a teen and bullied her. I don't care about them, she thought. I use this chance to make something of myself. So she was just all about herself, okay. Everything was perfect. She wore a beautiful kimono and a okami mask over her face. The stage was set, the accompaniment began. She danced with everything she had. Applause rained down upon her crowd. Her breathing hastened with excitement. I've got to catch my breath. Strange. Can't take my mask off. The smell of glue assaulted her. Oh, I see what's happened. Oh, the people that didn't like her put glue in the mask so she couldn't take it off. So that's how it is. I knew it was too good to be true. Her screams were drowned out by the music as she squirmed and struggled. Omio is giving it her all today. We have to keep up. The crowd livened even more. No, please, someone help me. She fell from the tower, writhing in pain, as she begged those around her for help. The music stopped in time with Omio's heart. I can see why that became a curse. Hey, Bravo! Thank you for the head bat. Why did notification not come up? That's weird. Oh, Snuggle showed up. Hey, thank you, Snuggle. I wonder if Mixed Up is broken. I might have to reset that. Oh, it's probably. Oh, okay. Roar. It seems like they're not coming after us. So they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. This game is totally just Death Note. I wonder what's gone into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I hope your Monday's been going super well, Bravo. You know, no one likes Mondays, but gotta make the most of it, I suppose. I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know who told me from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent. Though she barely shows up to school. Oh. Hello. But could Mr. Junoichi or Tomi really be a cosplayer? I don't know. But we should be careful just in case. Yako? Had a bit of a headache for the last... you still get that headache, buddy? That sucks. I hope you're able to get a nice rest after... I assume you're still at work, but I hope you're able to get a good rest after that. Just lie up in bed, get something to drink and stuff. John, just had a thought. You notice how this game has like this overarching like blue and red thing going on? It's got a whole nice. You see this blue and red thing that's happening? I wonder if you wore like 3D glasses, you would see like different stuff. I wish I had 3D glasses. I don't know where any of them are. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna Google this real quick. I'm curious. I don't see any mention, but that would be a really cool little Easter egg. Well, not Easter egg, but because this game is set in like the 80s, and that was like a big thing in the 80s and 90s. You got those like foldable paper glasses with the red and the blue, and you could like open books and it would make the picture jump out. Those were the times. You also, do you guys remember the thing you used to get, like the red, like small binocular things? They weren't actually binoculars. You looked in them and you pressed like a wee button, and like different pictures appeared, like animals and stuff. It had like a little paper disc you could put in. Ah, the things had just such cool little things you could buy. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go! Right. Don't look back, don't look back. He's super dead. I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym and... Isn't this where we'll meet our first character? Hmm? What are you doing, miss? Eek! Oh wait, no, this isn't our guy. You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. But if it isn't little Yako. Anyways, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. Why is the janitor here this late? I mean, I get to clean the school and shit, but usually do that really early in the morning, not so much late at night. Maybe they're doing differently in Japan, I don't know. Makoto was the janitor at Omagata High School. His predecessor was near retirement, so he began working as a replacement about 6 years ago. What is it about janitors in these series where they're always smokers? Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature. I mean, granted, it is the 80s, tons of people smoke, but going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending school. He is affectionately known as Oman Shimiya. Although he appears to be a simple, amiable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whether the truth may be, he will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Omagata High School. Content to come. For being a janitor. Okay. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act like this. I'm sorry. Sorry. I forgot something back in the classroom. Hmm? What's that today, huh? Realized you were in the wrong, did you? Forgot something in your classroom, huh? You're a piece of work. Hmm? We don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do? What's that in your hand? Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa. It's really important. Ow! Why am I getting bonked? You know what, I'm gonna turn off mix up and turn it back on again. Not freaking working. You know what's probably the problem? I have not been updating it. Hey Sean, welcome in. How's it going? How's your Monday treating you? We're just up in here doing spooky stuff that I'm trying not to just instantly kill every character I encounter. It's really hard. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Spooky scary gaming. Yeah, we're doing some spooky scary gaming. This game has a shit ton of jump scares. It's also one of the few games that Ace finds really scary. I'm okay, I guess. I hope your day goes better. And you just have like just the most amazing thing happens midway through the day or something. It's a Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday, I suppose. Well, okay, better head home if you're done. I won't kill on you. No way. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Thank you for the headbat. Yeah. All the headbats for everyone. Alright, we just signal. Hurry and lock things up. Ah, but what the hell is that? Alright, I can't click that. Oh, bummer. I'm worried about Mio. So a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. So, who's your friend? My classmate Mio Kurosuzu. Ah, that transfer student? Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. So basically what we were doing is we were doing like a Ouija board in the school. Trying like... I think we were like trying to contact our friend that died. And then this whole like haunting thing kicked off. So now we have this thing where if anyone listens to this song for 30 seconds, we can kill them. And if we kill enough people, we can bring a friend back to life. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful though, you don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. He's gonna die. Murder. I hope our Phil is trying. No, not Phil! I mean, Phil would probably be worth 50% of the souls we need, but... Nah, Phil doesn't deserve to get sacrificed. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I know, okay. That's what we need, Kiryu. Come on. I can't be sacrificing just the lovely people. Even though I'm probably going to kill every character in this game. Because you can play with like 4 different characters. And the first time I was playing as a different character. I came across this character. And it almost instantly killed her. I didn't even have any reason. I was like, I need to make my quota. I'm going to go take a look. Neil? Are you there? Get ready for jump scares. Oh, fuck. Huh? And I'm controlling the camera. Love it. Love it. Oh, no. Nope. I saw that. Mm-mm. 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 Don't like the like how the game does this. Oh yeah, she's totally dead. Eek. What? Mio, what happened? She kinda died. Where did I go wrong this time? That's all my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with the crossbear. Mio. I'm sorry, the truth is, I think we just died. Yep. Yep. Bummer. My, Nimra. You seem to have arrived at a less than favourable result. This guy, this asshole, he knew what my name was before I even put it into the game. I don't trust this guy. This was bound to happen. There is someone who must not be trusted. Once you have an idea of who it is, be sure to come back. I'm sure you see what you need to do different. It's a difficult judgment for Yako Sakazaki to make, you see. This chapter will remain incomplete for now. I recommend you try another route. Now then, until next time. Oh, okay. So I can't actually complete this route because I need to do another route. Huh. Okay. There's a certain choice I must have to make in this section, which isn't available right now. Alright, we're doing this. I like her. She's got this awesome power where if someone has something on them, they can like create fire, like I assume matches or lighter. After enough time has passed, she can set them on fire. When the son of Haru Shigemi was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haru has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Kill him. Kill him. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You require the power of the cursed stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or fire starting device on the person. Press the use curse button to take your targets. Oh, here we go. I'm surprised we're getting that like immediately as soon as we start the story, but okay. As the evening bell rings at Richo near present-day Shumoko Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again, back to back. The echo answers again, but no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clap, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. As by burning one who is in possession of fire or fire started device. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My house is burning to the ground. It's hot, so hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned up to death. Smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right, I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is anybody there? Clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it exist? Alright, her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly enchanted my lord, that witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes hide my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell, it feels like may head will split. Ah right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. Got to do it louder. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Aspira? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. The thing is, though, her ability is actually not that strong. How often do people... Oh wait, no, it's the 80s. What I thought about. I was like, how often do people carry lighters around? In the 80s, almost everyone was carrying lighters around. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. Back with me, ma'am. Hello, Mr. Shaggy here. Can't see understand what just happened. It certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This may be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. You look but sweet dreams? Oh, here we go. Alright. Okay. Housewife, okay. Right. Haru is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shimoko Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. Jesus. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Haru to call in the secret services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. I'm amazed that she's trusting a private investigator after literally a detective was the reason shit happened. The Shigemi family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigema line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Haru's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband adopted into the Shigemi clan. Through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. Interesting thing about, I don't know if this is like a Japan, it's probably not a Japan specific thing, but it didn't always go where like the woman would marry into the guy's family. A lot of times it came down to who had the more elevated family or like famous family names or well regarded family names. However, as her family prioritized work above all else, it wasn't long before Haru's marriage grew cold. That's what happens when you get arranged marriages. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbours and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haru a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haru spent many days in a deep depression. Hey, grandbuddy! Welcome in! Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks to her husband, which only further stirred her with oh, Jesus. Gotta take over the world with your death, I support you. Yeah. Right now, we have got a really weird version of a Death Note. We can set fire to anyone that has something on their person that can create fire or is fire. So someone with a lighter, we can burn them to death. This is gonna be interesting. A few months ago, Haru's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home. With Haru left to live in the large empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who's been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework, Haru has nothing but time in her hands. Jesus, could you imagine being in a situation where you have like no economic prospects and you're disconnected from your husband and your only like proper connection was your kid who freaking died? You can't even get revenge against the person that did it. Oh, but the character we're playing has just had a hard ass time. No, not dreams. Every time I see this guy's name, I keep it. You know, that's canon. This guy came straight out of Devil May Cry. Not Devil May Cry. What's it called? Castlevania. Castlevania. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. I started a unit with separated because the thing for home. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen too much. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what flowers. An old hanging. I don't know how painted that. It's been hanging here since I was born. Before I was born. Swinging the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there is no remote control. I've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Jeez, could you imagine you had freaking TVs back then where you didn't have remotes, you had to physically go to the stupid TV and thing with the dial to change the channels? Yeah, nah. I'm good. Again, adverts come on, just run up to the TV, change the channel, run all the way back to the couch. Then the adverts come on that channel, run all the way back up to TV, and run all the way back. Oh, at least you'd be getting exercise. That's good. Oh. Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. This is a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before. Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. Its head potential from way back in set 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. What? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. It's a cute, yeah, it's a chicken that's all about business. Oh crap! How did you end up finding the pumpkin game? It is a lot like Medieval. You know, like the PS2 game. The one I saw was like, I wonder if they were inspired by that game. It did look fun though. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places, this is a good sign, I'm sure. Oh well, that's nice. Oh. That is a lot. You guys see that there? The command prompt menu just showed up. Okay. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance at long last. I think it's over. Oh, rotary phone. Telephone. This machine is a private line. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. Do you think that there was a point in time where fax machines were seen as something only rich people had? Private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. Fax machine? uh, yeah, I'll have one fax machine, please. With extra sprinkles. And don't forget the paper. When I first visited his office in Otis City and saw how he dressed, sprinkles. I could hardly believe he was a detective. After talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like a reliable sort. Oh, here we go. Oh, he doesn't have a cost cycle. Huh. Okay. The eccentric man that Shogo Okai ran into in Onji Bridge. Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Ota City, Tokyo. See if he ends up being the character from Castlevania, that would be that would just be tops. After taking on a request from Shigemi, they investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son. He gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need. He quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron has given him a float. Richter studied alongside Detective June Ariel at the police station. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerism, Richter excels at covert investigation and killing his target. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at expressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino park, Elistine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds at the next day. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office and, more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous. You think that would be the one thing he would happen have money if he takes on just tons and tons of cases? Maybe he does the thing where he only gets paid once he finishes. I don't know. That sounds weird. Probably old. Think. I'm bringing you up to speed. We're in the middle of a chat when you suddenly start spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting. Very interesting. So the hunting clappers cost echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the cost you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? Right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. How will you believe in this? What evidence does she have? Other than, oh, I can kill people. I guess I have to now. Oh. I saw that cursed stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. Or she did that like sleight of hand thing where you have it inside your wrist. You like pop it out from there, you know, like the whole card thing. Place it. Yeah, there's tons of freaking places to hide them. We could have hidden it under his hat. You know, for all he knows. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. No, it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before I even said a word. It was already there in my head, clear as day. Just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echoes resentful memory. But I can feel it. What it was like. I've been burned alive. Dying like they did hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flames, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. Fills me with bloodlust. Interesting fact about when people die of being burned alive. More often than not, they die from suffocation. Because of the smoke inhalation, they stop being able to breathe because of that. And they die long before the flames cause any considerable amount of damage. Not to say it'd be a fun way to go, but probably faster than people would expect. I think You need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Not a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. He's really not fazed by this. He just get told that we're looking to kill people to resurrect our son. He's like, that's a bit strange. What do we need to do? Oh, oh. Oops. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Yuichi Shigema. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone and I've come up with a grand total of nothing. One lead. So you said. As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case. I managed to make some headway. I remember. You were just about to tell me. Oh, here we go. Here's the overview of our son's kidnapping. Kidnapping murder case that took place in Honjo about a year ago. Our son, aged 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school. The ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, kidnapping was sort of a simple extortion scheme. But when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrators were upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police. A large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. That guy's fucked for kidnapping that kid. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit. Yeah, like what the hell? Like how'd you be able to trace phone calls and shit? And you have like the full backing of the police force. And oh my god, it's gonna be one of the police, isn't it? One of the police kidnapped the kid. Losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haru reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. For her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, police would never... Oh yeah, police are known to be the most upstanding people in the world. They could never possibly do something for personal gain. Or to make their own police force look bad. Ooh. No. There isn't so many cases in Japan where there's people being convicted that didn't do the crime because they've got a 99% conviction rate. No. The procedure the police in high regard refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to the demand. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give it an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence. This was ultimately covered up with the stringent media inquiry. Of course it was. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Yeah, probably because the police aren't helping. Because they feel ashamed of how crap they are. Oh. Hey, little guy. Only son of Haru Shigema. He was kidnapped. Yeah. He was a conscientious, brave young boy. He was determined to protect his mother Haru amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and impressiveness and responsibility from a young age. Likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment, born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in the various activities he studied, including playing piano, learning the abacus. Learn the abacus? And the abacus is like super easy to learn because it's just apparent. Okay. Taking English lessons and training in kendo. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them, or to go out and hunt for mockingbird stickers. Start with investigation. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision? Alright. Oh, guest table. The guest table. I don't know where Fowler got this thing from. I've never liked it. Not that bad. Table. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. I actually like the game does this. It puts the onus on you to look at the details so they're not, whatchamacallit, doing the exposition back to back, you know? The police traced the culprit's call back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's call, Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at the house. It's likely he was abducted by a car on his route home. Maybe, but exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know I understood too. Even saw him warning the other kids. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time, or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seemed a little far-fetched. For Shuichi's question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? Alright, I've got a theory. It was someone he knew, like a family member. Because you don't really think of... If someone's father, for example, was to pick them up from school, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. I'm going to assume his father was responsible for the kidnapping. What was it again? It was either the father or the grandfather that had, like, roots in the police. Ah, wait, that's the reason why the police weren't able to investigate, because the family member in the police was constantly throwing them off. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Kidnapping or taken into custody. I think in this case it's both. And that'll be why they never ever got to the end of the root of this kidnapping, because it was a police officer that was responsible. Police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided the kidnapper must have just got unlucky. You can tell she just can't blame her. The most important thing to her in the world is gone. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? Think. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get in the car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if there was somebody that he would have a reason to trust. Exactly. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. Did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as the police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigemi family has close ties with the police after all. He could have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. But surely that couldn't have. Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who have been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man, and he's not wrong. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely he can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked for direction, would he have gotten in a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. Not in the 80s, it isn't. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. And you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice. Or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with it. Like, that's really weird then. Why would the woman be dressed up as a police officer? Get a kid she doesn't know to get in the car and drive off. She didn't realize she had anything to do with the case. Really weird. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. If I figured that maybe if I started asking questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school, seeing if anyone had seen anything. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do it. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? Oh, this asshole. Junichi. Got it well, Junichi. I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigemi's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? I forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. Hey, buddy! I'm finding the game. I'm finding it good. I want to figure out what the hell is happening with the mystery aspect of it. Because I got midway through the schoolgirl storyline, and then the game was like, oh, you need to get more information for a different route, so you can go back and not trust someone. I was like, okay. So now I'm doing the storyline where this woman's son was murdered and turned up in a river, and it's getting really compelling. I don't like this guy though. There's something about him and his really dumb haircut. My life's in danger. I need your help. I suggest that. Yeah, I love a mystery. You excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who's trying to kill you? Why'd you have it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I had a little bit of a. Maybe it's because I had a stressful morning and it's just kept going from then. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. A student called Michio Shiraishi. No, buddy, you're not that terrifying. Trust me. If anything, you're a calming presence. Interesting. A schoolgirl. Eh? Sounds like sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. Girl, she's a mother. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi, I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigema. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. Don't think much of it at the time. Then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get right to his kinda. Oh, I knew he was gonna be your type base. he just has to have that button down top with the big collar and the open chest. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see. If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. What's that? I'm sure. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. He's the one who did that, isn't he? He's blaming someone else as a red herring. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you see, you seem to believe what you're saying. But it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? They do his lips. I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true, her house, it's... forget it. Why did I even bother? Yeah, he's got the hefty pout going on. You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey! And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time I thought his mention of curses was crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl... Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke. His full name Kohei Junichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. Teacher? Then that schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. Even when I first encountered this guy in the tutorial, I thought he was really sus. He just shows up in a haunted spot, just chilling like nothing's going on. I know I can see the rear window. Yeah, it's quite prominent. I mean, granted, as the 80s, I'm not really that surprised. I took one look at him the first time, I'm like, buddy, what's the deal with your hair? What's happening there? Then I remembered, time period. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be a breakthrough we're looking for. Investigation? You know what? Yeah. The rate of resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old books showed up recently with all the gory details. It looks cool, but dear God, it must need to try for it. Oh yeah, long hair can be such a pain in the ass. I used to have quite long hair, and you just need to look after it all the goddamn time. And they say that right can be found somewhere in Honjo. That's why I cut mine. Mm. I remember the first time they told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Yeah, I still remember that. One of the worst things about when I used to have long hair is, you had to go into the hairdressers and like had to explain, because I think I remember what I did. I printed off. This is how long ago this was. I like printed off an image of one of the members from a band whose haircut I quite liked, and I took it into the barbers and I'm like, I want this haircut. It's freaking expensive. I can't remember. You should. It sure as hell isn't cheap to go into. God, what did they call the? It wasn't a barber's, like a stylist or something like that. Damar. Important. Let's just say I cut my hair is a lot cheaper nowadays. Like I'd hope, real hope first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I'd just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think I'd done something different. Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that wouldn't help me. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right? Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written over your face. I can tell how much he meant. I'll be honest, see so far, she's the one that deserves to get this the most. She's done a loveless marriage. She doesn't have an occupation. And the only thing that tied her to this world was a son who's now dead. So, yeah. But, and this is a big but. If this right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. She doesn't care. Is that a problem? If it comes to it, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? Is the hairstyle typical mother who dies? I was just thinking that. I saw the hair draped over the shoulder. I'm like, she's gonna freaking die, isn't she? I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other cross bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life. Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? Like, I'm honestly amazed that he doesn't just run away in this situation. I get he wants to, like, get to the bottom of what happened and find the culprit, but he's helping someone who's thinking about killing other people. He probably has his own jet. Oh yeah, that's true. Mm. We did see from his information that he likes helping people. To the point where he takes on too many cases and he doesn't get money, because I assume he has to complete the case to get paid. But yeah, you're probably right. Them slightly more information. Projects. Yeah, but you freaking kill it with projects, so still. If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other cuss bearers. I only need you to find them. Oh, so you just want to be accomplice? That's all. Wow. I won't be part to murder, ma'am. Not even for a night. That's a shame. Oh, how do I go for this? I'll pay you. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them. See, I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me see though. It's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's custone after they've filled it with soul drinks? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want you to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen custone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a custone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void a contract. Just warning you now. Aye. Which is interesting because during the tutorial playthrough, she screwed up and just immediately incinerated us after 10 seconds. He did not give a shit. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunting Clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make the bearers more willing to kill. The attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. That's how she changes the topic so quickly. She's really dicey, and I think she's running like a very small amount of sleep. She's just not thinking clearly. Oh, right. Damn it, I overlooked that. Yeah, she doesn't go into details about her curse. She immediately starts talking. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Good catch. If I remember correctly, your hunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? Right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people on fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Not like it used to be my job. Yeah. You'd be the one person that'd be really, really good at that stuff. Just catching people out for a lie. They they don't pay attention and they say something contradicts something from before. That's why I think you should try playing through the Ace Attorney games again. Even if they probably be a nightmare for you. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? I'd like to play new Danganronpa. There's another Danganronpa thing coming out. I know about the Persona game that just came out. I can't off the top of my head remember the Danganronpa game. Yeah, I could do another game like that. Danganronpa is a really good series. The third game, not quite. First 2 games, quite enjoyed them. Really good. The target can't do much to throw it off. Oh, yeah, the team worked on making a new one. Got invited to it. Oh, that's so cool. I hope you have fun with it. Target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Slip one on into the target's pocket. And say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. That's good work. Although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can. If only you could use your curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. It's not quite crazy. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am. You don't mind me saying it, and I don't think it's just a curse. You flatter. Yeah, I think she's so far off the deep end. She just doesn't care. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside your normal routine. It's just for everything. Right then, have you decided what you want me working on? Hmm. Go, let's have him do what he does best. Investigate the kidnapping. When playing this, I was rooting for everyone for everything she said because that's ghostly. Yeah, like I was saying, no, she is probably the one that deserves most to win. Because Elwin, the first character, he was the one that killed the one he's trying to resurrect. Well, I say that killed because the narrator straight up came out and was like, "Oh, that guy you were playing as didn't actually kill anyone." So I have no idea. But yeah, I think Richter was my favorite character too. It does have that kind of suave air about him. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite character yet. I'll be honest. Probably my least favorite character so far, mostly because I just don't have a lot of information, is the two police officers. Don't really jump out at me too much. Finally I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son. Your wish is my command, ma'am. Focus all my efforts in looking into kidnapping. What else can I get? Oh, you behave yourself. Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Did you search for the other cross bearers? Ah, alright. I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other cross bearers are also working. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other cross bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Alright, we know who Shiraishi is. I think it was the schoolgirl that teacher was having an argument with. Back when we were playing as a schoolgirl, but we don't have all the information yet. Now then, I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. Alright. There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out in the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help, and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Even though it's a stereotypical thing where he leaves his hat down, of course. Ah. This makes me wonder if she actually leaves. No, she must leave her property because bridge in the background there. One AM. We do have a bit of an edge now. We know what most of the abilities are so far. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened, but he hasn't. All I can do is wait. I can mind the timeline display. Also, that is it's like a right. My story chart. Yeah, screw it. Story chart. So this does work like a timeline. Alright. Okay. That mean there took place the exact same time they were discussing buses, and then this is where she died. Yeah, so we can basically consider this bit as the kickoff point. Yeah, otherwise there wouldn't be large gaps to start. Hours. True. Can you imagine going out for a murder rampage with ghosts and shit, having like a fun adventure at 1 a.m. and that was the start of it. Hell, I'd probably get the cuss charm and end up falling asleep. Yes, like yeah, I can see murders going and doing that shit, but I'd get one of these cuss charms and then end up passing out, and then waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning when everything had already wrapped up. Been over, yeah. Promise he'd call if anything happened, but he hasn't. All I can do is wait. I know it's dangerous to go out, but I can't just sit here and let this opportunity pass me by. I have to look for her for Michio Shiraishi. First, I need to find more soul drinks. You don't just find soul drinks. Did I put a record on? No, it's too late for that. I'm not in the mood for music anyway. The flowers put me at ease just a little. I would hang and scroll. I've seen it too often to feel anything from it. You do anything. I mean, just stay up late at night. Just get exercise. Just drink loads of coffee to psych yourself up to go out and put curses on people. It's a freaking rocky training montage. I thought I said got to find some. Oh, she needs to find something if it helps her go to sleep, because my god, she looks like she's been staying up for like 3 days straight. Come to think of it, I never offered them any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. How do you not learn how to make? What's this? Newspaper? Well, Ace. To be fair, you don't have a lot of stuff up where you are. I mean, you were saying you've never. Didn't you say you've never had tea? So, I must have fallen off the chair. Read it. Never had tea. That's wild. So someone asks you to go put the kettle on, you're like, oh? You just stand there looking at the kettle. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Thing you've never had before. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Don't worry, Ace. We'll get you all the coffee and tea in good time. Just go to a coffee shop, just pick everything in the menu. Culture. Oh, no, education article. Because we're looking for a student. Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Wow, that's so weird. Universal education policy, they call it. The Japanese girls in the 80s not attend school? That's strange. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get in a good university. With more people in the running than ever, The competition to get into those universities is starting to fierce though. The new generation is rebelling. School violence and delinquency are on the rise. One time my mother was boasting about me to a guest. She missed 1 year of accelerated law. She's so smart. Actually, can you believe I'm still at Gil like friggin' genius. For in front of Kettle. Like, I don't know. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore, it'll only remind me of him. It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. That's something to look out for you. Yeah, Grim, go put the kettle on. Yeah. Yeah, who needs to know how to put the kettle on or do anything? Just just get Crim to go like do the washing up, do like all the like household stuff. Crim has got our back. He's the G tomato that takes care of all of your needs. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it made my eyes water. Eventually people started getting sick, couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district still filthy with gas and smog. Oh, this just made me. Have you guys played 13 Sentinels? That is such a good freaking game. It's basically a visual novel with extra steps. Like a kind of like a side scrolling kind of thing. It's such a good game with just back to back plot twists and mysteries. Never. Oh, guys, you need to see it. 13 Sentinels. I'll send a link to you guys after stream. Love that game, and it flew right under everyone else's radar. I bet that one annoying lawyer in the office that needs it for everyone, for everything. I mean, if you're a top class lawyer, might as well. If there's one thing Honjo never wants for, terrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in the local park just the other day. Batman has assistant beast stuff. Yeah, Batman has a living butler that's basically a surrogate father. He's got no time for the basic stuff. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody new. I don't read the news anymore. Not since last year. Brings back bad memories. Nah. He still has parents. But then again, what's the circumstances with Batwoman? I don't know anything about Batwoman. They say at local high school. Oh, I remember that. Don't worry about Batwoman. Are you talking about that? What was that program? Not HBO. It was another one, and it was so bad they ended up replacing the actor, and it was garbage fire. Oh yeah. CW. That's it. It was a CW program. I think it's gotten to a point where I don't watch anything superhero related because I just assume it's gonna be crap. I mean, a high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Maybe it was something about exam pressure. I usually don't watch the American program. That's ironic. I was saying that I don't really watch any TV at all anymore. If anything, I just watch YouTube and anime. That's about it. What? But no, this can't be right. The name. Michio Shiraishi from Agata High School. Can't be. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into... I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I think we found the key thing we were looking for. Yeah, I think we found the key. Oh, here we go. I hear the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent squads. Mockingbirds, I think it's called. Trends seem to have such short shelf lives with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. Sometimes I'll actually watch UK shows like Midsummer Murders. These TV shows can be good too, like Murder, She Wrote. Oh yeah, they're real classics. I don't think I've actually watched any of them though. Though to tell you the truth, I do watch a bunch of I do on occasion watch some old stuff like Only Fools and the Horses, which I think was like from the 70s. Oh, and Red Dwarf. Oh, Red Dwarf, that was a freaking classic. Comedy, sci-fi freaking comedy is amazing. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's everything. Wait, Shiraishi, isn't she the one that was that jumped off that building? Alright, interesting. So the one that teacher was blaming and was the one that kidnapped her son was the girl that jumped off the roof? So that would indicate someone is trying to cover up that crime. I really like the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes from the 1984. I think I remember Ace also recommending the Sherlock Holmes program a wee while back. Annoyingly, I lost the notes of it with my other phone, so... Fax machine, I really use it. I don't know anyone else who owns one. I wait for Rector to contact me, but he hasn't. Oh, what's this? That must be him. Answer! Hello. Did you give my residence? I've jumped an hour. Okay. Rector called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Rector, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Why would they have us meet outside the house? I thought he was quite adamant about us not leaving. We're on Komagata Bridge, over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late. The bridge is spanning the Sumida River, completed in 1927. It's part of the reconstruction effort following the Great Canto. It's notable both for its distinctive blue arches and cutting-edge, for the time, techniques used in its construction. There are many bridges stretching across the Sumida River, each boasting a unique structural form and design. Oh, funny thing, they're actually building another bridge over the Clyde into Glasgow. And just like straight up wasting the taxpayers' money. Because there's more than enough freaking bridges going into the city centre. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Not to mention the other side of the Clyde from Glasgow City Centre to the other side is just like one of the crappiest parts of Glasgow. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, that's just my side tangent. He's gazing down at the water. What does he see down there, I wonder? I'll go first. There's something I need to tell you. Oh, I think that's what it was. Helen, yeah. Damn it, I don't have my freaking notes app. New phone. Oh well, I'll look at the chat log after stream. Because I know I forget, I have terrible memory. But thanks for the recommendation. What's up? Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi, the one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping? That's her, well, she's dead. She's what? Shouldn't have committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name though. Talk about bad luck. We finally got a lead only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Junichi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? It seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something. I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money in him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. See. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think we've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Not a hunch. Hunch? Well, more of a theory. Get to take a guess? Okay. Can't say for certain. Mr. Junichi sounds Michio Shiraishi with a curse. What if Mr. Junichi sounds Michio Shiraishi with a curse? What do you think? Seems to me that he was more scared of what someone else. That may be a little far-fetched. I see. I'm sorry if I disappoint. I'm not really cut out to play detective. No man, jeez. Well, no point dwelling on speculation. The truth will out in time. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Junichi. Yo, I know he's a guy, but does anyone else have this weird thing where, like, when characters have like a little mole in their face that I think it's just like is really cute. That may be strange. I just think it's like a really cute, like a really cute mark thing. Oh, that's not how to cast magic. I cast Fireball. Or well, like self-emulation activate. Oh, already done that. Assuming the river. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night when it's still. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you conjure for when you think of home? I couldn't see. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Which makes sense, because our son's body kind of did show up in it. Right, should have guessed. This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone floating in harbour water, and not to be too graphic, but that's probably one of the worst places you can find a body. I've heard people say that bodies get they look terrible. They take in like all the water and it become like really bloated, swollen, and disgusting looking. It's not a nice sight. Thankfully, I've not seen it myself, so that's good. I hope to never have to see that. All alone, floating in that horrible water. Yeah, they look like Don't ruin marshmallows for me. Marshmallows are nice and fluffy, and you end up eating too many of them because they're really nice. Right. The good ones are. Other ones are just very, very soft. All I can think is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? Or maybe ran across someone that really didn't like kids? What was that was saying? Oh, Cram, why? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after. You know, in olden time, people believe rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire on Miriki. And just like that, Honjo was part of the sect too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounding it with man-made rivers crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. That actually looks really nice. Look at that shit. There's some towns in England that are really similar that have a bunch of canals running through it, and I'd love to see somewhere like that. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier. Unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their causes have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot where we're standing now, right over the water. Oh, for fuck's sake. The border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That may have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking out loud, man. Well, it's a nice thought. Oh. I actually remember in the Monogatari series, they make a reference to a river like that in the underworld, where they had their own version of purgatory, where you don't sail across the river, you stay on the initial shore, piling up stones for eternity. Class A river that's part of the into Tokyo Bay. It seems very superfluous, but knowing games like this, some of the information in this will be relevant later. So I'm going to read it. So, runs through much of eastern Tokyo and empties into Tokyo Bay. During the Edo period, Sumida riverbanks played a key role in the transportation of lumber used for construction. In addition to its logical importance, it was also a place for common folk to gather and enjoy activities such as seasonal flower viewing or river bathing. And there exist many woodblock prints depicting such. The area became plagued with sewage issues when the surrounding environs were industrialized in the post-war period. The situation has improved since. Many unique bridges span the Sumida River, including the Ryogoku and the Uzumabashi bridges, which attract a large number of visitors as sightseeing spots. Massive fireworks displays in the summer are also always sure to draw a crowd. The river has served as a cornerstone for both the city and its people, having both aided in its development, serving as an inspiring backdrop for countless works of art and literature. Speaking of fireworks display, this is a weird tangent. They used to do fireworks displays where I stay, but they stopped doing them because one year this fireworks lasted like less than 5 minutes. And it didn't have like the big bang at the end or anything. It was just like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. And then it just ended unceremoniously. And then the next thing you saw was event organizers walking around trying to get donations for the next year. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. I get you need donations to buy fireworks and shit. That was crap. So it was kind of like a situation where I catch 22. The fireworks were crap, so no one wanted to go, but they needed money to get better fireworks. So yeah. Anyway, please go ahead. All right then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries, looking for crossbearers, and I think I found a few candidates. Oh, this guy, didn't we kill him? First, a tall man I ran into in Shibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense Cossies were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he was a cosplayer, except it wasn't. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw in South Aragisai Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the crossstones in his hands. How do you not recognize him as the guy you interviewed? He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to something shady. Yelling soul dregs, I'd bet. He'd make a good target. Ah, these guys. We don't know anything about her, but we know for him, you have to turn the audio off, or else he instantly kills you. Next up is a pair. A young man and woman I saw around Rogoku Bridge. This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a cosplayer. Another guy who has a... yeah, it's a really nice sweater. And he's got a lot of confidence because, of course, all he has to do is make you listen this thing for like 5 seconds and just instantly wins. Actually, speaking of sweater, I need to buy a new one for Christmas. I saw there was some Warhammer ones for sale and I'm like, I need to get a Warhammer jumper or something. Yeah, you can also buy baubles for your tree as well. But they're probably like heavily inflated in price. Oh, Warhammer, yeah, Warhammer sweater. I represent during the Christmas season. Yes, having that. Oh, a Nurgle ones would be so cool. Just like a freaking massive Nurgling one. Actually, speaking of which, I was planning on painting them soon enough in like the next couple of days. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there all. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Yelling soul dregs in a group may be a decent idea if you could make it work. But with things being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folk one can trust. You get brass though. I don't know what the deal is, but I'd like to find out. And these guys? Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the parts get ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get. Makes sense. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye. You found all of them in so little time? Really did hire a bit well. Some private investigators are just really good at their job. It's on the name, ma'am. Richter Kai. EI. No, wait. Ain't that Rick Kai, investigator extraordinaire? My, an investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention? Who said he's not drawing attention? He's fabulous. You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. But that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right? Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. It seems like the crossbearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. Like, dinner is the last thing I want to be doing right now. I'm also a super stealthy tomato, you don't even notice that I'm part of your dinner. Yeah, Crumb just sneaks in there and makes you eat healthy. Even if you're just having a massive steak, here's that tomato that always ends up hidden on your plate. Oh, hidden. He's looking out for you guys, goddammit. Alright, where were we? Oh, the river again, okay. Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. It must have been about 20 years 20 years now when I was still a schoolgirl. Eat healthy, or else. Yeah, eat healthy or Grim will turn into a sour tomato and you will regret your life choices. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge, scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just... Oh, that's... Ugh. How bad does the river have to be for there to be dead cats and dogs? I mean, pigeons can fuck off, I don't care. Pigeons are like, as they say, flying rats, but... cats and dogs? And one day among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that would still recognise? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water. That part that was left would have been an identifiable scar. What character do we know that only has one hand? Give me a second. This rings a bell. I feel like we have absolutely seen a character that didn't have a hand. I might just be full of shit. Maybe not. And that they could tell it been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait, are you talking about the Nejima murders? So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were about in elementary school at the time. I wasn't really aware of it. I only heard about it after. I had no idea the victim was a classmate. Alright, here we go. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed that it could belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organised, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head, what appeared to be part of her leg, before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive it. It sounds very much like the Paris River, doesn't it? Just before they did the Olympics. Eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off at death. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a start among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area. It was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During the questioning about 2 seconds, I'm gonna get a drink. What's starting to give out. There you go. During a question about a separate incident, Machika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into the backstory was conducted, leading to his arrest. Side tangent. Do you guys ever hear that story in Japan? Where this guy was found in the cistern of a public toilet? And like the opening into the cistern was teeny where your head would barely fit into it. Yeah, this guy was crammed all the way down there, where his face was facing up into the toilet. At one of the cubicles in the public toilet. It was one of the squat toilets. And for the longest time people theorized that he was just like a massive pervert that snuck in there so he could like look at women going to the toilet and shit. But then they came to the conclusion, no, it was more likely that someone had shoved them in there because they couldn't see of any way of getting someone to go into that small tiny gap willingly. Not to mention the chance of him being able to get back out were like slim to none. I don't know if they ever found anyone that I think the case ended up going cold. Which was a shame though, because it meant that his name was basically tarnished as being like a pervert, even though he was probably just murdered. Stuffed into a toilet waste pipe. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her into the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided that she was an opportune target, seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers like clothes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. Lovely. After she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, proceeded to her wrist, cut her wrist, I'm guessing, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inwards slowly and methodically. His victims constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom, returned to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Another thing that's interesting about Japan, if I remember correctly, they have a really low crime rate in general. Compared to a lot of other countries, there's not that many crimes that happen. But the unfortunate thing is, though, when crimes happen, some of them are really, really bad. Like, ridiculously severe and fucked up. Like this example. Because as fucked as this is, this shit happens over there. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulges the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me, I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Alright. And they do actually have the death penalty in Japan as well. Usually with like lethal injection. They've got this interesting system set up where there's 3 people tasked with the execution, and they're in the opposite room with 3 buttons on the wall. One of the buttons randomly is the one that causes the injection, but none of the 3 people know who was the one that was responsible. So they don't end up like, you're in that situation where people like find themselves accountable for killing someone and has like a severely negative psychological effect. Was he, was he responsible? I mean, I suppose in a manner of speaking, yeah. After they do that, they also get like time off. And like visit a psychiatrist and stuff. Just to like cover all the bases. But yeah, you're kind of right, Krim. To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell sick. A sorry state for everyone involved, huh? It's funny everyone figures the river's filthy already. So one more piece of garbage. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. Right. Which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing, everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in a big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, you chopped the body up into tiny pieces and threw it into the river. It would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Oh, Ixie! Welcome in! Welcome in, guys! Go, the Queen Line has sent her cups to you. Welcome in, guys! How's it going? How was Persona 5? I saw a little bit of the stream earlier on when you were fighting, God, what's his name? The bald guy with the glasses. How'd you get on? Did you kick his ass? Welcome, guys. Crystal expansion, nice. That's awesome to hear. Is he donezo? Hell yeah. I found that to be one of the trickier dungeons. Because it just keeps going and going and going. You end up with like multiple boss fights. It's one of the few I had to like come back there and like get the energy back before going back in again. Yes, that's one where it's yeah, because you think you're getting to the end, and then you go have to fight that. I'm being very vague intentionally because you know spoilers. And then the other major villain, you have to fight. Then he gets betrayed, and then you go fight the other main guy. How are you finding the game though? After like the long break of coming back to playing it again. Oh, and I should probably introduce myself. Hey guys, I'm Nemraka. I'm a Dragon Cultist VTuber. I play RPGs and paint Warhammer miniatures and just generally do whatever the hell I feel like. This month we're playing nothing but horror games and painting horror themed miniatures. I hope you enjoy your stay, guys. And Exy, make sure to go get something to eat, get something to drink, and just rest after your long stream, buddy. So much fun. I never get tired of it. Yeah, that's awesome. Persona is always a good time. I need to get play more Persona in the channel. I finished Royal. It was last year. After like so many streams, that's a long ass game. I want to play 4. 4 being my favorite. But just like 5, it's gonna take such a long ass time, but it'll be worth it. Love those games. I wonder if they'll end up remaking 4. Because they did remake 3. Fingers crossed, I suppose. A modern version of Persona 4 just sounds heavenly. Oh, and the game we're playing right now, it's the Paranormasight. It's basically we're playing as different characters who have lost someone important to them, and they've got curses that they can use to kill people. And once they get enough curses, they can bring the people back to life. So it's kind of like Death Note, but I don't know, less sociopathic. Because with Death Note, Light was just being an asshole and like trying to rob his own ego. But in this, the people are actually trying to like bring people back to life. You know, at the cost of other people's lives, but I'd say it's still more altruistic than like Yagami any day of the week. They arrested him shortly after. Oh. And for anyone that's not checked out Exy, make sure to go check her out. She's a freaking lovely lioness VTuber. Definitely give her a follow. She is a wonderful, wonderful person. No worries, Exy, no worries. They arrested him shortly after Fumachika Nijima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. Oh, and there's a lot of graphic imagery and a lot of like horror-related stuff. So just a heads up, guys, we're talking about people being cut up and put into a river right now. So just heads up. He was so methodical about it. It couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders at the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? The same thoughts spread through everyone's mind. They started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of the river. With all the darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you could. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders. How could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. I guess it just wasn't the colour's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. I thought she straight up said earlier that she found the hand. Why is this a big revelation? Is something wrong? Not really. It just struck me it's been 20 years since Nejima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out of parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and desire to reform themselves in courts. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to re-integrate society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh really? We keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkup. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identity, so they won't be recognised at work. Why? The way you put it, it's like you're saying Fumachika Nejima could be out broke. I freaking know who it is. Where is it? Where is it? Oh wait, is this what the guy looks like? Okay. The man who made headlines over 2 decades ago as a I know I shouldn't say this, but he looked exactly like what I would expect him to look like. I thought it was going to be this guy. Like straight up, I assumed it was going to be this guy. That's a bait and switch. This isn't actually what he's going to look like. This is what the game is like. Red herring. He's red herring because this is the guy. This is the guy that did it. It's always the janitor. Back in society under a new name with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making role a few months back. I don't know if that was Nedge, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of. I freaking knew it! Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner, I remember too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps. Perhaps it was him after all. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the crossbearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the seven mysteries. It's unlikely the other crossbearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. What? Okay. You can't currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Press and suspend will return you to the... Alright, so we can't do anything now. Can I do anything here now? Or do I need to do like every route at the same time? Let me try this again. Resume. Stuff from school grounds. To get outside. Let's see, to get to the gates, I go by the gym and... Oh, alright. Hmm? What are you doing, miss? Eek! You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyways, students aren't supposed to be outside playing around at night. Can I do something different this time? I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like that. I'm not acting out. I'm not acting out, what about you? Should you be smoking in school grounds? Ah, well, it ain't lit, so it's alright. So, you know, an accessory. Hey, don't go changing the subject, there's just no letting my guard down with you. So, why are you here so late? Well, the truth is, I forgot something in my classroom. Again? You sure are a piece of work. Hmm. You don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do? What's that thing in your hand? Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa, it's really important. Hmm. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. Oh wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Don't think this was an option before. Go home alone without checking a mail. Alright. I said Junichi was actually looking for you inside the main building. Was that? Easier right now? What's he thinking? I don't know. He was in class 3B in the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you say? I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own, really. That's so. Ah, snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big well-lit streets. If something happens, shout, fire! Okay, you worry too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. I imagine you'd know that better than anyone. Yes, you're right. Why was that an additional... No, all of a sudden. How would the characters be able to, like, transfer information? It's not like she even got any more information. She just got the ability to abandon her friend's dead body. Meal's late. What do you mean meal's late? You literally... Oh, this is before we went back in and saw a dead body. So we don't know she's dead yet. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? Someone coming down the road. Oh, there we go. Wait, who's this guy? That's... What the hell is that? Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. Oh, okay. History researcher. Hideki is a historian who works part-time as a curator at the local folk museum and as a teacher at Komagata High School. His recent publication of The Rite of Resurrection has caused stir in. So he's the one that's responsible for a lot of the characters today. At least the first couple characters we play as. Not the first character. The one that dies, you know. Hideki is the quintessential obsessive researcher. Despite being entirely unsuited for teaching, he had no choice but to take up a position at Komagata High School in order to make ends meet. But having a captive audience in his classes goes some way to satisfying his need for respect and recognition. Oh, speaking of which, did you guys ever get a teacher in school that got a doctorate but would not shut the hell up about it? We had a teacher like that, and he gets so pissed off when you call him Mister. His ego was like entirely wrapped up in the fact he was a doctor. It was kind of sad. His conceited nature makes him unpopular among the students. Lately, he's concerned that articles he contributed for purely monetary reasons have earned him a reputation as a researcher of the occult. There's such an interest in the topic, and the resulting volume of articles requests he is receiving are undeniably tempting. Hideki is a regular at the Kurokikyo cafe on Hokusai Street, where he can be found outside his work hours writing essays and manuscripts. His published works include A Study of the Unknown and an introduction to Bando history, not to be confused by for Namco Band. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. That thing in Mr. Araishi's hand, it can't be. Oh. Could that be a cursor? No shit. Oh, this is bad. What do I do? What do I do? I don't think anything good can come from him seeing me. Oh, play the music. Play the music. Play the music. We can kill him. Wait, he's the one who discovered the Rite of Resurrection. It wouldn't be strange at all for him to have something to do with the curses. This is perfect. If we play the music and he hears it and he doesn't see us, 30 seconds we can kill him. Then, could the curse echo from before have belonged to him? Shit, did he notice me? Oh, please. Oh! Oh, hello, Yaka. What are you doing here? It's fast. Did you not hear me? What are you doing here? I'm waiting for someone. I'm waiting for someone. In the middle of the night. I'm disappointed in you. Bad children who get in trouble at night need to be punished. What are you doing here? It's a special night tonight, did you know that? A special night? Oh, because of the Feast of Shadows? Oh ho! Oh. Well, you know a lot. Did you hear about it from someone? No, it's just a rumor that's been going around. No, there's no such rumor. It must be that transfer student. She has it, you know. You must as well. Take out what's in your pocket and show it to me. But, it's... Ah, stop it! I knew it. See, you have one. It's not... That Neski is of great historical importance to the area. But it's dangerous to speak here. Why don't you come with me? That's his... I don't like him. I don't like him at all. That hurts. Stop. You're hurting me, Mr. Araishi. Stop pulling me. Fire. Ah, fire. There's a huge fire. Stop that. Someone will come, damn it. Get over here. Where am I? Oh God. He's He has the one that makes it where if you're in complete darkness, it can kill you. This is why we never seen this guy in the first playthrough, because we killed him when it was dark. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Raishi? Oh, what? My stomach hurts. And she's dead. Yep. Rip. I was actually kind of hoping that Janet would have helped us, but nope. My mind, Emra, you seem to have arrived at the less than favourable result. However, this was bound to happen. It would be difficult for Yako to escape from Araishi while he's in possession of a cursed stone. Please come here again if things change. In the meantime, this shall remain as incomplete until we meet again. Okay. Sucking it. So I'm starting to realize that the other routes can actually influence Chilla. I'm not sure how exactly, but I'm assuming maybe if we do this one, we can encounter him midway through and take that away from him so he can't kill her on this route. I mean, why the hell not? Might as well cover all the bases. Former Yestergarden. Now we finally get to see what the police officers were up to. Hey boss, forensics all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home, it's just us now. The park should be able to open up back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. Be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perpetrator. Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Does anyone have a drink? The voice I'm doing are not anything special, but my god is my throat in. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing. Supposedly you can call in spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're going to solve the case by moving a coin around a scrap of paper? What's with the fountain? It sounds like you know all about it. Gotta be open-minded. What if that's how police work is going to be from now on? I still can't believe there's some police cases that actually enlist the help of a freaking medium. That just seems so weird to me. Like, I get it. There's no leads. But why a freaking medium? You can believe what you want, but I just think it's really dumb. Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ariel. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts of the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Bias is weaken our judgment. You get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. The fuck is with the fountain? Come on, we've got to go over all the information we gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, no. Don't turn us around on me. I'm not the weird one here, cripes. Ah, fine. Let's get this over with. Hi, boss. He's well into this, but I guess he's trying to solve it for personal reasons, so yeah. The former Yasta Gardens here in Yokohama Aichomi were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovation. There's not a soul around at this time of night. The park doesn't even begin to describe it. What about the water? You know, looking at this, it almost looks like it's an oil paint kind of design going on. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River, but the river became so polluted that they cut it off. I'm freaking blaming them with body parts and shit in that. Oh. Idea. You know how they said it was 20 years ago when all that shit was happening with that dead body flowing into the river? I'm betting this is where they were killed. And they cut off this pond from the river because like the body parts that were flowing into it. I'm just gonna say that now. I don't know if that's actually where this is going, but I'm betting this is the pond that's wrapped up in that kind of shit. Jun Irio, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. First Investigative Division. His rank is Sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. I mean, if he's driven, can't really be complaining. So early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park. He called the police when they realised he was dead. Whether or not all of his external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. Judging by the way he was dressed, I'm going to assume it was like some sort of undercover thing, or if he was off duty. But boss? Yeah? Is this case really important enough to send someone from the investigation department? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but it's all up to the higher ups. I'm sure they've got their reason. Boss, you know something, don't you? It's all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that. If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Yo, this is a really good mystery game. We've gotten so many pieces of information so far, and none of the threads are tying up. At least not in any sizable way. It's like, this is good. Like, the victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida Site Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but the way was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. Which is interesting because he looks like the exact opposite. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I know being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when that happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of his class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Hajime was a police officer with somebody. At the rank of head patrol officer, and he entered the force at the same time as Jun Iprio. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Garden in the morning yesterday. Oh wait, this has just happened? Okay. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. Whereas the appearance and demeanour suggests a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal and caring man at heart. Looked up to as a big brother by his peers, Yoshimi achieves stellar results in work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career. It had him writing up apologies in the regular J's. I mean, as long as he's enjoying what he's doing, he's effective. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Hate to hear that kind of shit. Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself. Me? And the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. It was one even weirder than you. Oh buddy, you can't just leave me hanging. Anything else about the case? Well, it's our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. He said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story, I love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honour. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, you sound like a good guy. Yeah, I said in his honour. You should aspire to become the kind of cop who'll miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Everyone dies. It happens. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Ariel, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. Can't wait. He just signed his death flag, well done. Can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Jeez, you really are something. Thank you. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Itasenju in Adachi City. But Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge old looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. It's not that surprising when you think about it. Some kids from like rich families get put under so much pressure, they end up rebelling. And then they get disowned. So that happens. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. True. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk. I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. He just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. Is this gonna... No wait, it couldn't be. It couldn't be that schoolgirl at the back, could it? Oh no, I see where this is going. This is like the other character, the woman they were playing as. Isn't it? That's so how terrible for her. But she may know if there's anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancé may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Shumida police department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Buddy, you'll be lucky to see tomorrow. Ah, hey boss? I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his reports from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week, which we went over extensively. Ah yes, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seemed as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been troubled for some time? Yeah, but Royale, let's go! That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. Freaking tired, jeez. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seemed he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but he said there was no problem. There was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he would have prevented her suicide. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death? We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow. Which you won't be able to, because you're gonna die. Okay, well done, buddy! The Oddish reigns supreme. It's a shame there's not a tomato Pokemon. At least I don't think there is. And that was the other case he was working on. This one is also related to Gomagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency, fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problem. But I'm sure he'd been worried about how she'd get on without him. Right. Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help us through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But, we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with the delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Ah, yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. The delinquent girl was wrapped up in too much of this. I wonder how her deal is. I thought her, the teacher and the janitor were unimportant, but I'm starting to think they are pretty crucial to what's happening. So who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boy's charm on them if they need convincing. Ah, yes. I'm sure they prefer me over a scared looking old man like you, boss. Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Oh, I thought I was. You were? Shit, is that how your generation speaks? You really are new. It's probably just me actually. Ah well. Don't think you can get away with that with other people. But anyways, boss. Were you even listening? We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. Plus the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. So he died of acute heart failure. Interesting. Didn't the ones we've seen count for heart failure? I mean, maybe all of them, apart from the fire one, which is obviously sets them on fire. Oh, the body was so bad. It couldn't possibly be the janitor from the school that was also the groundskeeper, could it? As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that certainly seems suspicious. Found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. With people trying to identify those prints, if we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure out what the whole thing is. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet. So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who would try to think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. Little did they know it was a curse, and he just instantly freaking died. Time of death was around 11 PM 2 days ago. They said the park's operating hours of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 PM the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that would be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would of course be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? Someone called him. Oh, let's go! Yay! He got it, buddy! What? And thank you for the head pats. Don't know why the notification isn't coming up, but whatever. Welcome, man, buddy. I hope you're having a good Monday. My throat is getting a little bit hoarse. I think we can probably go on for about another half hour. This is what I get for trying to do voices. Oh, before I forget. Gotta give the Goldie boy a little shout out. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like someone else was here with him, could he have called him here? Lots of care package. Yay, thank you for the care package. Oh wait, did you redeem it? Why the hell is it not? Yep. Why is it not came up? OBS, what are you doing? That's strange. Hydrate. And stretch. I think OBS is just having a weird day today. But thank you for the care package. That must have been talking about someone pretty sensitive come here in the middle of the night. Yeah, thank you, buddy. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. As you could in the beats. Yeah, right now we're trying to solve a murder case. A police officer was killed the previous night. And we're also trying to like unravel like a massive mystery that's going on. I would go back to the story chart, but I think it would reset this part of the story. And then he got into a fight. No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There was no wounds in the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. But yeah, we're doing all the detective stuff. The perp must have planned something. I'm forgetting the voice, damn it. Then you think it was meditated? That would mean... They called Hajime to depart with the intent to kill him? Well, there's still the possibility that it was just some kind of an accident. No, it wasn't an accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clear picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. By the way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You're like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Oh yes, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but... Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you get transferred out of the first, just as I was assigned to it. To get into work a case like this now, just the two of us, it's a dream come true. Happy I'm here to hear that. Well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that. Getting late, you must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Yes, I get it. The only problem I have with these routes, when you start them, there's so much dialogue without much momentum. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh really? Funny, I've been wowed by you too. That was quick. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden? It's just... I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it, that's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department feels it really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, no? How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself to get married 20-some years ago. So then... God, you're relentless. You took a daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she gave up a guy like you. I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out at the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves, or related to someone who is. Oh wait, you have a daughter, boss? Wait, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna check real quick. Where is it? I'm gonna check Stream Manager right now because it'll tell me the redeem. Huh. That's weird. What being redeemed? Yeah, it was from the ones I'm seeing. It's not mentioned any of the channel point redeems at all in the stream chat. You're very weird. Let's go, Gordy. I've got this. Get the slot machines going. Unlucky. F to the orange. That's what you need the tomato like Crim. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Geez, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's... well, she's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own though, huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you? Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. I don't think. What the fuck is that? Yeah. Go get some milk. Oh wait, what was it? What was it? He needs some milk! Come on now, we both know that's not true. Also, hydrate. Yeah, hydrate. Thank you. I don't know why it's broken. Whatever. OBS being OBS. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. He's such a tsundere. Oh, that reminds me. If you married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejma murder. You know your history, yeah. That happened a year or two after our marriage. Wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. And that was... all that was just... cracking the case, finding the guy, it was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. A disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him. I think I remember hearing that there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Fumachika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim class. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. That's why I try not to think about it. Sorry. I wonder if this game has a prequel. The way they're talking is like stuff that's happening in this game has happened before. The game would have voiceovers, that would be yeah, if only. It's a shame it doesn't. But it saved a lot in the budget by cutting out the voice acting. So all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you two. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? Surprising. Who cares about what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? There's a huge voice act. Like, Isn't there like a lot of voice acting strikes going on all the time? I'm not sure when this game came out. At the very least, it was last year. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, Space Net. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like as long as someone is alive, they shouldn't be allowed to use an AI of their voice. And if someone is dead, they only get to use an AI version of voice if them and their family gave permission beforehand. Like very small instances, I feel like they should be allowed to do that shit. They shouldn't be replacing people with AI. Part me, I know this is contradictory. I freaking hate the localizing bullshit with Japanese anime when they like change dialogue and shit. So a small part of me wants them to replace those freaking localizers and shit with AI. But then I think, it's counterproductive to be AIs. We shouldn't ever have AI and that kind of shit. Oh, the game came out last year. Oh, cool. Demand protection for that. The company hired them not use AI the voice, and otherwise it needs to be stayed. Yeah, it absolutely does need to be stayed. They shouldn't be allowed to do that shit. You're just gonna lose work as a result of that shit. The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that right or whatever. Or that record of fate. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, I secretly entered the cult? Stop that, seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection. After a buddy of yours died, but... bring the dead back to life. This is stuff fancy, it's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? Oh, that's everything. Oh. I've got a bad feeling about this case. My gut is really wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. Okay... Did I miss them? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh no, this is gonna bother the crap out of me, isn't it? Hello, Agio, welcome back, Gordy. I'm trying right now to like find something to interact with. I've interacted with like everything and I do not know what to call them. Oh, there it is. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. This almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, no going back. Not that knowing that isn't any consolation. Well, boss, I think that bit does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, hello. Oh God, what is that? Oh, boss, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're going to see now. Damn it, it was that case all along. Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Ah! Such deep sorrow, a resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Those who deceive, falsehoods up forever in eternal darkness. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You require the power of the cursed stone, the evergreen birch. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Press the use curse button when someone lies to you. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Alright, so we've read about this tree before. The whole thing is this tree never ever loses its leaves and it stays perpetually evergreen. But what is the folklore behind? Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the cursed bearer with false statements. He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked people with a false dark art swings from a rope. Not another game where you need to unravel stories as well and then detect in the end who to live, who to. I mean, Zero Escape was really similar to that when we were playing it. Outside, yeah. There you go. I suppose with Danganronpa and Zero Escape, it's still kind of railroaded in a way. It still eventually ended up at this bullet for the game. Yeah, let me know. I'm always interested in games like this. The man who tricked people with his false dark art swings from a rope. We thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion this morning. The man, a local named Junkichi, was known for his kind temper and skill in crafting Nitsuki class. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, type to smile through whatever life he threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity of the ukiyo-e boom brought much, must have been what fanned the flames of greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of time. But dead men tell no tales, and both thought of him as a bad man eating death. He hung there for days till his neck stretched perfectly. A visage of pain still etched in his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died. His flesh marked dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and now did the man's body hang from it, as the mansion's owner was not an unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumours persisted nonetheless. Well, that story about that evergreen tree took a dark turn. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Cuspbearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Paradise kills it. Ooh, Paradise killer. Yeah. Go punch Steam. Because I know I forget, I always double check. It is on Steam, isn't it? Alright, thanks. There it is. Push. There we go. Very positive. And back. Boss. Boss. Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Look, we've been working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh. And we're back here. Unfortunately, I really want to continue right now, but my throat is absolutely knackered. But I know where we're going to be continuing next time. Like right here. I hope we get this game finished by the end of Halloween. I really do. But I feel like this is going to expand outwards and there's going to be like 2 more characters or something added on. No idea. I'm looking forward to where this game goes. So far we've done the start of each of the characters. So we know what each of them are all about. What we need to do now is figure out how to continue this route. And how to stop the main character from dying on this route. If I had to guess, we play as this character. We intercept that occult guy in this route. So he doesn't become a problem and we're able to proceed down this route. Like, how does that make sense? So why would the characters be able to impact other people's routes? That's the kind of game you like with the... Yeah, I freaking love the branching stories. Zero Escape took it to a ridiculous degree with the second game where it was just non-stop branching past. This is a lot more reasonable. But I do love when the games do that shit. We don't have much in the way of branching past so far. Right now we have... He kills her by accident. And he doesn't kill her. And then dies. This one route. This one route. This one, we only have the main character failing to escape from a weirdo. So we need to unlock the other route. So, I suppose you could say we're still really, really near the beginning. Better save. There we go. Okay. I'm enjoying this game though. This game is really good. I'm glad Ace recommended it to me. My mind is like turning constantly, being like, what is the twist going to be? Is the character we thought was dead going to be the one that's responsible? Is the janitor the one that's responsible for all the thing that's happened, or is he a red herring? No, when you like, if you know shape-shifting detect or shape-shifting detect. Don't ring a bell, Gordy. Off the top of my head. I'll be honest. But I always welcome the recommendations. I'll keep the creepy music on in the background. Oh, shit. Oh, it's literally called Shape-Shifting Detective. I'll get that added to the wish list just right. Ah, there it is. The Shape-Shifting Detective. Oh, is that one of these games that's like full motion video? Yeah, it's FMV. Interesting. I've seen like collections of them go on sale quite a lot. But I've never played one of them. Just give it a quick stretch. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. So the next stream is going to be, we're going to do another painting stream. And I'm going to have to try and decide what horror-related miniature I'm going to do. I'm either going to do like a Tyranid, because they're creepy as shit. Or maybe Nurglings? Maybe a ghost or some ghoul or something. I'll pick something spur of the moment on Wednesday. Look forward to it. And give me a second. God. Oh, and I updated my throne and added a bunch of like painting related stuff, like paintbrushes and paints and things. All right, so we're gonna be reading out in a second, so hold on to your butts. Take it easy, you two, buddy. You two. Let's see. Oh, that, yeah, all the art shit. Who's online right now that would trade? You know what? I'm gonna read someone bigger for a change. I usually. Oh wait, no. Shiro's online. I don't think I've read her in forever. So yeah, I think I'm gonna read her. She's currently playing Stardew Valley. Yeah, let's read over Shiro. I was doing a collab the other day with Gordy and like a bunch of other people, including Shiro. They're a really awesome person. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Do this shit. Wind down from horror with some Stardew Valley, which is less. Well, maybe not less stressful, but it's kind of the chill kind of stress as opposed to the horrifying kind of shit. Read commands. Yep. Alright guys, once more, thank you very much for watching. Chogo, wait, why is the red? Why is it red? What is wrong with OBS? The freaking prompt for... Give me a second, guys. I might have to do this a different way. OBS is being weird. The prop for rating isn't going up. I'm gonna do it the other way. Alright, well anyway guys, once more, see you on Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week. Right. Go show Shiro some love. Oh, it's close to start. Oh, it's already going. Yes, awesome. Love it. Thanks for letting me know, Gordy. Alright, bye guys. Bye now.